What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kay, and I'm back with another video. I know it's been a while, but I'm back to bring you some heat. I'm super excited to have her here with me today as we dive into the title of this video, which you've already seen. Maybe drop some vlogs, drop a podcast possibly. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can keep up to date with all the content we're gonna be rolling out for y'all.
Action. So every time we talk about how we met, Kay usually starts off and then I follow up with my version and then we both summarize together. So take the mic.
To start the story off, I think it's important to note that we're both from Toronto. We're currently in Toronto right now. I came home during the pandemic, so in the summer of 2020, I came back to Toronto. Fast forward to the fall. I think around this time, if you weren't aware, Canada was locked down worse than anywhere else.
Yeah.
So pretty much what happened this particular night was I was on Instagram. I was scrolling to see who was watching my stories as I was just posting some like creative stuff. I look and I noticed someone that I didn't see before.
Because she's not following me,
at
by
this
the
time.
way. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, so at this time I see an unknown person and I'm like, who is this? And let me just click on her profile and I take a look and I'm like, oh, she's cute.
Up to 2015, Kay was in a relationship at the time. And I never followed her. I didn't know who she was until I was on my news feed. Scrolling, random day, I saw Kay. I didn't know who Kay was. I just clicked the photo. It was a really dope photo. And I was like, who's that? Who's this girl? So, you know, when you click the photo, the tag profile comes up. Click that profile and it took me to Kay's. And what I noticed instantly was that it said made in Toronto. And I'm like, I've never seen Homegirl. And keep in mind, just like anywhere else, Toronto is very, very, very small, especially in the gay community. So I was like, who is this girl? But I noticed that we had a mutual friend, and that mutual friend ended up being a really close friend of mine. So instantly texted my homegirl and was like, yo, who's this girl? And she was like, why does it matter? Leave her alone. She's in a relationship. Why do you care? And I was like, she's cute. I'm a little curious. I'm not gonna be a homewrecker, but just let her know that whenever she comes back to Toronto, I'm waiting for her. I always use this metaphor, like Kay was like my Chris Brown or like my Lauren London. Like I didn't ever think that I was gonna get or have the opportunity to meet Kay, so I would do, thirsty things on my page. Like I would put her on my story and be like, heart eyes or my future wife. And my close friend would laugh at me like, yo, give it up, dude. Like you're never gonna meet this girl. She's happy. She lives in the States. Like give it up. I'm like, watch.
So fast forward to 2020. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna breadcrumb this girl. I'm gonna let her know that I see you without, being too forward. So I'm watching her stories after I figure out who she is. I see that she posted a poll. And if you don't...
as she's watching my stories, imagine how I feel now. This is my Chris Brown now, right? So keep going.
If you don't already know, Dee, coaches basketball. She is a clothing designer, among other things. And at this time, she was dropping a new piece to her clothing line, and she had put a poll in her story asking women, specifically her female consumers, hey, like, of the size run, do you prefer like a double extra small or an extra small as like the smallest size? I don't care about the size run, but I want to let you know that I see you. So I just clicked on whatever. And I kind of just leave it there just to let her know, like, I see you.
Oh, I saw it, baby.
Right?
Oh, I saw it.
So I'm like, how can I let her know without, doing too much?
So I hit up the close friend that I've been talking about, and I'm like, yo, guess who's on my page? She's like, first of all, why are you calling me? And who? And I'm like, Kay is watching my stories, voting on a poll, and she was like, shut up. And I showed her proof. And we were just laughing. Didn't think anything would happen after that, but yeah.
This particular evening that I'm watching Dee's story, she's posting a selection from like the most immaculate home vinyl collection I've ever seen. Like, it definitely could give many vinyl stores a run for their money.
Shout out that.
I'm watching this and I'm like, no way there's vinyl. Like, there's so much vinyl she's just posting in her story. So I'm like, okay, I just need to say something else without saying something else. So I just like send flame emojis. I know. I didn't know what to say, but I was just like, yo, like, this is fire. Like, that collection was sick. So
yeah, it was really nice.
That was that.
I'm at my family's house. We're organizing the vinyl collection, and I didn't see the DM at first until I went into my car, sat down. You know, it's cold at this time. I went out my car. Mm-hmm. When I saw a homegirl in my DMs, remember, yo, this is my Chris Brown. Okay, like, imagine Chris Brown in your DMs. Like, what do you say? What do you do? So I remember my palms being sweaty big. Like, I remember just tripping out. Like, what do I say? First off, she's in my DMs. Secondly, what do I say to a fire emoji? How do I...
Yeah, what can you say?
What can I say? I just knew that I had to... This was my only chance, y'all. I had to start a conversation replying to a fire emoji. Didn't reply. I had to go home. It was like 11:30 at night. Mm-hmm. I remember going up to my room on my bed, like looking to the ceiling, like really thinking, what do I say? I fell asleep, woke up early, looking at the DM, like, what do I freaking say? And I replied back to you at like 8 a.m., 8:30, whatever. And the only thing that came to my mind was
honored. And I was like, you know what? I'll take it. It's respectful. No, I was like, why isn't she responding to me? Because you didn't hit me till the next day.
I had to meditate. I had to really I had to really be in my thoughts. Like, wow, like the power of manifestation. Like, y'all, like, believe me, if I could open my old phone, like, I would have this girl as my screensaver. Like, it was OD. Like, this is when Snapchat was heavy in my life. She would be on my Snapchat, like future wife, like, weird shit. Yeah, we were just talking about vinyl. Keep in mind, she's still in the States. Like, everything on her profile says she's in the States. So I'm like, and to my understanding, I didn't know she was in a relationship. I didn't know what was going on. I was a little bit concerned. I'm like, why are you in my DMs? I think she's in a relationship. She's in the States. Is she a catfish? Like, I had occasions where I haven't been catfished, but like someone would like play a prank on me. Till this day, I don't know how they did it, but I had like a weird gut feeling that might be, you know, that same type of prank. So I'm like, okay, I have to make sure that I see this girl. And I guess like any human would say, okay, let me get their number and FaceTime them. We've all watched Catfish, you know, like, oh, my connection's bad, or it's the ceiling, or a black screen. Like, I'm not dealing with that. I have to see her today. So I'm like, okay, I gotta put in work. So firstly, I had to see if she was in Toronto, and the only way I would know that is if she had the area code, the 416 area code. So I'm like, I'm logging off of IG. Who says that? This is not MSN. I'm not logging off, but I'm like, I'm logging off of IG. Here's my number. I didn't ask for their number. Here's my number. Feel free if you want to text me. I didn't say, yo, text me. I said, feel free. She hits me up. Boom, 416 number. I'm like, okay, check. But it could be a text plus number. So now how do I get homegirl either on the line, or how do I get you in my presence? I was not dealing with the phone call. It could be,
you don't know what
you know, cat, you know what I'm saying? You know, the catfish, like, get their auntie, you know what I'm saying, get their sister to talk on the phone. Like, I'm not dealing with that. She texts me and she's like, I think you were like, what are you doing now? I'm like, I'm going to the vinyl store. Believe me, y'all, I had nothing. This was the first time, I don't know if I told you this, the first time going to that vinyl store. I have never been. I searched up nearest vinyl store. And it was the one, you know, that we've been to now. But I whipped there as quick as possible. On the way, I'm like, what's your favorite genre of music? And she's like, I like funk and I like jazz. Okay, so as I'm there, I ran into the record store and I got a funk and I got a jazz record. And I took a picture and I'm like, pick one.
I was amped. I thought it was very thoughtful and like definitely outside the box. That's never happened before. So I was like, oh, yo, that's sick. And I'm always looking to add vinyl to my collection. So
I just knew that
I was amped.
regardless, that if I got these vinyl, and obviously I was doing it out of the kindness of my heart, but I know that if I got one vinyl, she would have to see me to get the vinyl.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on. So she picks Funk, James Brown, and you know, she's going crazy, her eyes. I'm like, okay, cool, it's all yours. Let me know when you want it. And she's like, oh my god, blah blah blah. You're like, okay, let's meet later on this week. No, not having it. I was not having it. I'm like, why? What are you doing tonight? And what did you say?
My nails aren't done. I couldn't even get my nails done. I was like, I'm not trying to go on no date. My nails aren't done. Like,
Yeah, I feel that.
so, but then she was just like, send me a pic of your nails.
Just
I'm
to,
like,
you know, just to ease off the pressure.
it made me laugh. It did make me laugh.
So I'm like, I don't care about your nails. Be ready for 7. I'll be there. And I think before that, I'm like, where do you pick? I'll take you wherever you want. And you said Leeds. And I was like, I got you. I'll bring you there. Be ready.
Yeah.
7 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Send me your address.
Mm-hmm.
And you did.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, y'all. As soon as I got the address, I called my good friend. And I was like, I called my homegirl. I'm like, yo, guess who I'm going out with? And she was like, who? I'm like, Kay. I'm going out with Kay. And she's screaming on the phone. I'm like laughing. We're dying of laughter because remember 3 days ago I told her she was in my DMs. Whatever, didn't take it serious. And she was like, yo, how? How did you? She's like, is she even here? I'm like, man.
Kay was being thirsty.
She was like, is she even here? I'm like, yo, we gonna find out today. I don't know. I think so. I think it's her. She kind of like calmed me down, walked me through it. I got ready. She said, you look good. We were FaceTiming and everything. Like, homegirl really kept me composed. Y'all, going back to that reference, this is my Chris Brown. So imagine you getting ready to go. Maybe Chris Brown's not a good reference.
No. It's like, no, it's accurate. I mean, whoever you like is who you like, but it's like, to me, I'm just like, just little old me, like, you know.
I say Chris Brown because like most like little, like mind you, when I was fangirling over you,
it's
I'm
just
a
someone
little,
you think is like unattainable, or like not that they're unattainable, but it's just like unlikely.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's Anyways, so getting ready, like meditating on like meeting my Chris Brown. So I remember getting into the car, and mind you, like where I lived at the time and where she lived at the time, it was an hour away, like a long distance. So I remember driving, and I always use this reference too. Like I don't know if y'all say GTA, but like in GTA when like you get drunk and you get into the car, things like blurry, slow motion, like the car. I swear on my life, I drove to her house feeling like that with no music on, just driving straight. Like I could hear it in my heart. So it was an interesting hour. But the thing with Kay's address is that it sends you to 2 separate locations.
Yeah, I don't know why, but my address where I used to live, for some reason, when you would put it into like Google Maps or Waze or something, it would either send you to the actual residential address, or it would send you to the Toronto airport in a back cliffhanger area. It was so random.
And that's where it sent me.
Yeah, you're not the first person that said that to me.
Oh yeah.
Like for personnel
Oh
only.
yeah. I'm like, it's over.
You thought it was setting you up?
I'm done. This is how I'm gonna die. Like they're gonna go through my DMs, my text, and see that this girl, this catfish, set me up. I got there, I got the wrong house because the way her thing is set up, it's like you gotta go around, and it was a whole mess. So I'm not the happiest right now, but I'm still being like, you know, I'm leaving up to God, you know. Yeah, text her, I'm here, and now at this time it's fall, so it gets dark at like 5, 6. Mind you, I get there at 7, so it's pitch black, and the way her driveway is set up, her driveway is long, so like I'm in the car and I like kind of look by her door, but I can't really see the lights not on. So I'm like, you know what, God, like I'm just gonna look straight, and whoever comes in the car comes in the car. Like I can't
Take the
take the
wheel at
pressure.
this point.
Seriously, like, yo.
It could have been anyone.
Could have been anyone.
Right? This is very unlike me as well. Like, I was very hesitant about, like, even following through, because I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I would never, like, just meet someone off of the internet, you know, like that. Like, I'm a very, like, old school in that way, where, like, yeah, I guess a little bit more conservative, where it's like,
100%.
I have to meet you in person. I have to, like, do a vibe check, you know?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I would never, ever
Yeah, this
in
was
my life
yeah.
do what I did. But, like, keep in mind, like, this is someone that I've been like loving in my dreams for 5 years.
Shut up.
Like, you know, I was not gonna let this opportunity slide. So I was like, yo, I either die knowing I tried, or live with the what if.
And I was like, I'm either pretty much same thing. Either I just go and try, because something in my gut was like, yo, okay, just go take a chance, meet this girl. Like, something was just like gravitating to her in my spirit. Like, that's the only way I can explain it, because this is very out of character for me. But my gut was saying, yo, go for it. Go
yeah.
for it. And I was just like, this is weird.
We knew nothing about each other other than the fact that we both love Final. I know your first name and last name.
Also, the security that you had with your mutual friend, which is obviously our mutual friend, was also like a good reassuring feeling for me, because I'm like, yo, if she's whack, I'm gonna hit up the friend and be like, yo, what's up with your friend, you know? So I just kind of open up the door, get in a long driveway, and I just get down and I'm like, hey.
And I look and I'm like, but she comes into the car now and she takes the seat and she puts it all the way up.
I don't remember the seat being that far up, so.
Because my seat's back, because now, like, you know,
you're a cool guy.
I'm chilling, I'm driving downtown, and as soon as you sat down, you went, boom.
I don't remember that. I remember sitting like as far, like as close to the passenger side as I could, because like, I didn't know you. I'm like, you know, like I don't know, she could just be weird. Like, I literally don't know. I don't know her. She doesn't know me.
So now we're driving downtown, and I think the only thing that like made me comfortable during that drive, and mind you, like, the conversation's flowing. Like, Kaylin is great at holding conversation, and yeah, she's very easygoing. But what made me feel completely comfortable during that time was, unfortunately, on the way we saw an accident, and like there was tons of fire trucks, ambulance, and long story short, she like stopped our conversation and she's like, we have to say a prayer. We prayed. But quickly summarize, like, we had a great, went to dinner, we had a great dinner.
You were there for a while.
Lee's was closed, unfortunately.
Yeah, due to COVID.
But we went to the Keg. Kay ordered the whole meal, the whole menu.
It was just nice to have like a night on the town, especially because like everything was locked down so heavily too. So it was a treat to like also be out. And at this point, we kind of got over those first date jitters. It wasn't like awkward anymore.
I mean, she brought a knife to dinner.
Okay.
You brought a knife to dinner. I don't blame you. Yo, honestly,
Okay.
you were smart.
Okay, wait. Let me explain. Okay. I had a small knife in my purse in case you were weird, you know, like.
It was the way she took it out. We were eating dinner and she's like, by the way, look. And she like.
And I was like, if you're weird, you could have caught the bad end of this.
That floral knife wouldn't even go one layer.
Okay,
no.
It's better than
No,
nothing.
it's better than nothing. You're right. So we had a good dinner. We went to other locations, had a great time there. And to end the night, we ended up back at her house. And she kept me hostage on her driveway in the car for 3-4 hours. I had my seat back because like I'm a little sleepy, and before I left, she looks back at me, like she whips her head to look back, and she was like,
"Don't fall in love with me. Emotionally."
No, you said.
I'm emotionally unavailable.
You didn't say that. Hold on. You said you're like, there's something here, and it's obvious.
I know you feel it because I feel it. But I just need to be upfront and let you know that I'm emotionally unavailable. And
don't fall in love
with me because I'm just not there.
Yeah, keep in mind, like, this girl.
What did you say?
Hold on. Okay. This girl is talking to me about falling in love and feelings. I don't even know anything about you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Of course, like, there was a connection instantly. you know. But it was funny that she was saying, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Nothing.
I said, "Listen, I feel the same way. I'm not there as well with my emotions. They're kind of on reserve right now. However, I'm 10 for 10. I don't miss. So I can control myself, but like, speak for yourself, buddy. Don't fall in love with me."
This is literally what she said to me, word for word.
Like, what? Like, don't worry about me. But I don't miss. So if you want to be in my presence, like, just be careful. Don't say I didn't warn you. And then what happened? Who said I love you first?
Anyway, thank you for tuning into this video. It was a beautiful thing that we found each other. We both found each other at like the most inopportune time, but it was also perfect.
The perfect time.
We both, it was just like,
everything
I
just
don't
flowed.
know what brought me to you and what brought you to me, but like it ended up being perfect. 2 years later, we're still rocking. We're
thriving.
We like each other more and more every day. Love each other more and more every day. Just a bit.
When you find the person that you can like hustle with, laugh with, have tough conversations with, love on, but also like
push,
like
motivate.
that tough love, like you found your person, and I believe I found my person.
Yeah, me too. Like y'all, I wish you could see like even the way like our families interact with the other. Never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that like this would be like so blessed for us, because if you are of Caribbean descent, this isn't always the outcome that happens with someone that comes out in their families. There's often a lot of like religious and cultural resistance, and like to see the way my family interacts with you and the way your family interacts with me is like so beautiful. I've never been so happy, like just having space together, but you also give me the space to be myself and grow, and like I've never found so much personal success and like over so many aspects as I have now. I'm just so happy to be like my best version of myself, and I owe a lot of that to you, and just like this journey we're on together has been beautiful, and it's only becoming more and more beautiful. Like we now also work together sometimes.
This is how we met.
Yeah, that's how we met. And I just want to say thank you for taking time to watch this video, for sharing space with us, for just tuning in to listen to this quick story time about how I was thirsty and how it worked out for me. So
everyone thinks that I'm the thirsty one. Like, that's crazy.
You are.
I was not the thirsty one. I made it happen. But that's what bosses do. We make it happen.
We just really appreciate y'all, and we can't wait to just bring more and more content of what we're doing, because we are just really living our best lives, and I feel like it's selfish at this point to not share and like really show the way like God's working between the two of us and with both of us. So I hope to bring you more fire content. We both want to bring you some really cool stuff. If you have any requests or you want to see something specific, if you like this video, please let us know below. Until next time, be blessed, stay safe, drink your water, and
mind your business.
Peace out, y'all.